Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. So I want to do a quick video talking about a movie I saw last night, and that's Hatchet 4, aka Victor Crowley. So Victor Crowley releases on Blu-ray. Does it have a DVD? It might have a DVD. I think it's Blu-ray and DVD. It's $12 on Amazon right now. It releases February, I want to say 11th or 12th, though that date could be wrong. I had previously talked about the Hatchet series and put the video up, I think yesterday actually, so it was actually good timing. So I watched Victor Crowley last night with Beth, and it was pretty cool. I think it definitely is reminiscent of the first film, so if you saw the first film and didn't like it, you may not like this one. The best way for me to describe it is a horror comedy where there's lots of jokes and lots of ribbing, but also lots of gore, you know, good gore. I mean, you know, it's over the top, but, you know, someone will get their head sliced off and, like, blood will spray up in the air across the room or whatnot. There's a really cool kill at one point with a cell phone. So it's like, you know, gratuitous violence, gratuitous gore. If you followed the series, Kane Hodder, who played Jason in some of the films, who's, like, known as playing Jason, he plays Hatchet. There's a cameo by Tyler Mane, who played Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie versions of Halloween. Who else? Felissa Rose plays a pretty big part in as an agent of the main character. She's like a, you know, she gets the person like roles and auditions and stuff. And there's, and I didn't realize this till somebody mentioned it to me. The Asian guy, whose name escapes me, but the actor, he's in every film, just as different characters. This lighting is weird. Just as different characters. So I thought it was the same character from the first movie, but it's not. I think the first movie and second movie, it's the same guy, and then the third and fourth, it's the same guy, but they're not the same person throughout the whole series. He just keeps coming back in the movies, the same actor, as different characters. So the plot is pretty much that the Asian guy, his name in the movie is... his last name is Young. I can't think of his first name right now, but Johnny, maybe Johnny Young. I don't remember his first name. So he escapes Hatchet, and he does he writes a book about it, and he's touring with his book and going on like talk shows and trying to promote himself and stuff. So that's the gist of what happens. He gets in a plane to go to where the initial stuff happened with Hatchet, and the plane crashes, and now they're like in the shit. The reason he went out there was because there was like almost like a Ghost Hunters type show where they want him out there to like stay for like a day with them and like film and, you know, try and lure Hatchet, you know, the Hatchet monster out. Most people don't believe Hatchet exists. They think that this guy's actually the killer, and that he's just writing a book now and, you know, trying to make money off these people's deaths. But you'll see. So, I thought the violence was good. I thought the gore was good. Some of the humor actually made me laugh, which was funny. At the very beginning, when he's signing his autographs in a bookstore, there's a girl who, like, out of nowhere just lifts her shirt up and says, "Can you sign my breast? My name's, I think it's Christina with a K. Oh, wait, can you sign the right one, too, for my dad? His name's Bill." And the guy's like, So it's kind of, like, funny. There was some funny humor. But, like, 10 seconds later, this fat guy pulls up, and he pulls his schlong out and puts it on top of the book and says, "I'm not buying your book, but maybe you can sign my Johnson." And, like, it was just way too long of this guy's dick being out. Like, after a few seconds, I was like, okay, I get it. It's a joke, but my God, this guy's just sitting here with his little penis out on the fucking book. It was just way too much, but, you know, it's a B... can I call it a B movie? I guess you could say it's a B movie, or an independent horror film that knows its audience, and I would say does pretty well at it. I think, overall, the Hatchet series, as I said, was pretty good. I don't think, like, they're amazing movies that are gonna, like, make you think or that are great. You're never gonna compare Hatchet to, like, you know, Freddy or Jason or Michael Myers or Leatherface, but he's definitely one of the lower echelon, really good horror icons, I think. You know, kind of like in that Leslie Vernon category, I would say. So, that's pretty much the gist of the film. It does have some cool kills, like I said, and some gratuitous gore. Some of the jokes definitely got me, and I was laughing. There was one guy that I was looking at in the movie, and I'm like, I know him. If you've seen Scary Movie, I want to say Scary Movie 1, may have been 2, but I think it was 1, with Doofy, the guy who's like the cop, and it's like Usual Suspects, where he plays like he's slow the whole movie, and then at the end he's the killer. Spoiler alert for Scary Movie from 20 years ago. He's in the movie, and I recognized him right away. I'm like, is that Doofy from Scary Movie? He was also in Ghost World as like that crazy guy who's using the nunchucks in the parking lot of the 7-Eleven. It's him. There's a lot of characters and actors that you'll see, and you'll go, oh, I know that guy, but you don't particularly know the name right off the bat. You know, it's not like big name actors. I guess the biggest would be like Kane Hodder, you know, Felissa Rose, and I guess Tyler Mane for a brief period of time. I didn't see Tony Todd, and I didn't see Robert Englund, so I don't think they did any kind of cameos in this one. I know Tony Todd was sort of a staple in the series because of the whole voodoo thing. I just realized I went away to work that I really didn't want to go. I should probably not film videos until I'm like halfway to work. So I think it was a pretty good movie. I don't think it was amazing, but it was definitely good. It was better than I expected. If you like the first movie, you'll probably like this one. I thought 2 and 3, as I said in my other review, were better than 1, but they also weren't as comedic, in my opinion. So it kind of goes comedic, more horror, comedic. There's a cool scene after the credits, so I suggest you wait 30 seconds after the credits to see a cool scene to allude to something. And I thought the makeup and the special effects were done really well. I think Adam Green is sort of he filmed this movie in secrecy, and they released it without people knowing what it was. And I think that's really cool, and I think he really has a passion for, you know, the horror industry and independent filmmaking and his fans. And I think that really says something. I think that, you know, even if you don't love his movies, you have to at least respect and appreciate that he's putting out these horror films that are, you know, good and interesting. And he's doing it for, I guess, you know, his passion, and that's cool. So, kudos to Adam Green. And, yeah, every time I've spoken to someone, they said they've met him or talked to him, and he's a very down-to-earth guy, and he really appreciates his fans. So that's really great, because you don't see that as much with, you know, actors and people who are in the movie industry anymore. At least some of the people I've met. So, yeah, check out Victor Crowley. If you are a fan of the series, I think you will like this one. If you weren't a fan of the initial 3, I don't know if you'll like this one. I think it's kind of similar to the first one and more of the same. But let me know what you think. Let me know, guys, if you've seen it. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.